Don't even ask if crypto is still worth trading. Just look at this month's action. It couldn't be more obvious. Besides American Bitcoin's debut that jumped 31%, this week figure popped 24% on day one, and Gemini spiked over 60% intraday. The IPOs are so hot that people are talking about allocation limits. Crypto companies have become the absolute spotlight of the US IPO market. The question now isn't whether to buy crypto, but which crypto and how. I'm Luna, here to translate the big macro into numbers in your account. Today, let's dig into Figure and Gemini, fresh out of the oven. What kind of players are they? Why are they attracting so much money? And is that 60% surge the beginning of a new era or the last party? Where is the crypto industry heading? And how will its growth affect other assets we're holding like gold? Most importantly, how should us retail investors guard our wallets? Hit like, tap the little bell, and let's pull the curtain on this crypto feast. Let's start with Figure. It's a blockchain lending platform, basically in the loan business, especially home equity loans. What's interesting is in the 6 months ending June 30th, the company pulled in $190.6 million in revenue, $29.1 million in net profit. Last year, in the same period, they were still losing money. So what exactly gives Figure the magic to flip from losses to profits in such a flashy way? How can a loan company stir up such a storm in crypto? The answer lies in Figure's unique edge. It's a company that truly uses blockchain to add value in the real world. Right now, a lot of companies love to say, we use blockchain, it's amazing. But most of the time it's just talk or some meaningless virtual products like worthless digital pictures. Back when we talked about digital gold PGI, someone commented, anything virtual can't replace physical stuff. No matter how good a pancake looks, you can't eat it. Exactly. Many folks hesitate about crypto because too many projects are just painting pancakes and hyping concepts way too floaty. Figure is different. It's not about empty talk. It's using blockchain to solve real-world old problems, like getting a loan or handling property titles. Tech that actually solves problems is good tech, and money that can actually be used feels real. Plus, Figure uses blockchain to simplify the messy loan process to the extreme. Think about it. Applying for a loan used to mean piles of paperwork, running between banks, waiting weeks or even months for approval. Now with Figure's platform, you just fill out some info online, and within minutes, you get approval results. This kind of efficiency doesn't just cut costs. It also gives hope to people who need money fast. According to company filings, the Figure has already issued over $16 billion in loans through blockchain channels. That number is enough to make any traditional bank stare. So Figure's success is no accident. In the crypto market, technology is always the primary driver of productivity. That's why Figure's IPO drew attention from big-name investors like Stanley Druckenmiller. His Duquesne Family Office LLC even said it would consider subscribing up to $50 million worth of shares at the IPO price. And top-tier banks like Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, and Bank of America served as lead underwriters. With players like that, Figure's debut isn't just one company's success. As part of the bigger trend of crypto firms embracing the public markets, blockchain tech stepping from backstage into the spotlight. If Figure's debut shows the marriage of tech and capital, then Gemini's blockbuster IPO shows the market's raw demand. Crypto exchanges. On Friday, Gemini went public in the US. The moment the news dropped, investors went crazy. Gemini's stock was oversubscribed by more than 20 times. That forced underwriters to stop accepting new orders early, jack up the offering price. So what's the deal with Gemini? Why so hot? Don't worry, let's break it down. I summed it up in 3 words: regulation and compliance. This exchange, led by Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, has been laser-focused since day one on being the regulated crypto exchange of choice. Why does compliance matter so much? Because crypto, with its anonymity and decentralization, easily becomes a breeding ground for money laundering, scams, and crime. For example, when Trump first took office, René Ulbricht, the dark web kingpin who used crypto platforms for money laundering, hacking, drug trafficking, and selling fake IDs. Gemini takes the opposite path with strict KYC and AML measures. It verifies customer info, digs into their background, trading purpose and risk profile, preventing money laundering, terrorist financing, and other illegal activities. That ensures every trade is legal and transparent. This not only wins investor trust, but also makes Gemini the go-to partner for traditional finance stepping into crypto. And this IPO success could push Gemini's valuation past $3 billion. Gemini's success reflects the market's hunger for crypto exchanges. As crypto keeps growing, more investors will pile in, and exchanges are the bridge connecting them to crypto. Gemini's red-hot debut is a direct sign of this demand. This year alone, several crypto finance firms have listed in the US. Circle Bullish, then Figure, and Gemini. With Trump's support and big players stepping in, it's clear the crypto era is unstoppable. And every new era brings new chances to make money, even for us retail. But the future of crypto isn't all smooth sailing. As the market grows, regulations will tighten. The key is balancing innovation with regulation. Crypto companies will need to keep improving compliance to earn investor trust. And beyond that, the technical feasibility of crypto is the backbone of its growth. At the end of the day, what matters is how does it land in reality? How does it preserve and grow value? Figure and Gemini's breakout success shows us that their IPOs open the road for blockchain commercialization, lay a foundation for crypto's long-term future. And speaking of long-term, last month, President Trump signed an executive order could reshape the U.S. retirement system, allowing 401 kilobits pensions to invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptos. What does that mean? It means crypto is stepping into mainstream investing. Trillions of dollars could flow in. Circle Bullish, Figure, Gemini. These are just the beginning. Imagine if the government suddenly said all pensions must hold 10% in gold. And what would happen? Gold wouldn't just go up a little, it would get structurally repriced. That's exactly the logic behind the 401 kilobits order. The US 401 kilobits market has over $8 trillion in assets. Even if just 1% flows into crypto, that's $80 billion. But the key isn't the $80 billion, it's the precedent. Crypto is leveling up from a speculative plaything to a retirement asset that fundamentally changes the market logic. So stop asking if crypto can be bought. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other asset giants are already pulling in traditional capital through ETFs. The market is shifting from retail-driven to institution-driven. In plain words, the circus show is turning into a professional league. With stability improving, crypto will keep growing fast in the long run. So the real question is how to buy, what to buy, how to manage risk, and maximize returns. First, don't rush to chase IPO pops. After the lockup ends, insiders and early investors can dump shares, which often causes big sell-offs. Emotion-driven pops usually retrace. Be patient. It gives you time to see if it's worth holding long-term and offers better entry points. Second, look at the sectors. Blockchain and crypto companies, fintech names, they all benefit. Miners are the shovel sellers of the Bitcoin ecosystem. Exchanges are the trading halls. Blockchain service firms provide the plumbing. Payment firms are working on faster, cheaper cross-border transfers. These are worth watching. Third, consider ETFs. For regular investors, this spreads risk. ETFs holding a basket of blockchain crypto stocks like BLOK, Amplified Transformational Data Sharing ETF, BITQ, Bitwise Crypto Industry Innovators ETF, ARKW, ARK Next Generation Internet ETF can reduce the risk of one stock blowing up. Of course, if you want direct exposure to crypto, Bitcoin, BTC, and Ethereum, ETFs are still the core assets. Now for gold, you might ask, does crypto's rise affect gold prices? My answer, yes, but it's complicated. Traditionally, both gold and Bitcoin are hedges against fiat debasement and inflation, so they do compete for funds. When crypto is super hot, it can pull money away from gold, adding pressure. But this isn't absolute. They're driven by different factors. Gold reacts to real interest rates, geopolitical risks, central bank purchases, and safe haven demand. Trump's actions can move gold more than Bitcoin does. Crypto, on the other hand, is driven by tech innovation, regulation, adoption, and risk appetite. When investors chase high-growth tech stories, crypto shines. But when geopolitical crises or recessions hit gold, our thousand-year-old ultimate hedge still holds the crown. In those moments, gold can easily outperform the volatile crypto. Finally, we must stress one thing. Hype comes with risk. IPO day spikes and crashes are common. Retail, FOMO in often end up as bag holders. So we need rational participation and careful positioning. High risk and high reward always come together. Set stop losses, diversify, and manage risk. These simple rules are key to surviving in crypto. Friends, standing at this historic turning point, look back. Crypto has grown from a fringe player into a key force, mainstream finance. Looking forward, its potential is still massive. As an alternative asset and infrastructure, its role will only get stronger. Figure and Gemini's successful IPOs are just the beginning of this feast. More crypto firms will take the stage, bringing us both opportunities and challenges. Are you ready? Will you keep watching from the sidelines or step forward and grab this era's biggest chance? In this tide of wealth, how are you positioning your assets? Drop a comment below. I'm Luna, translating the macro into numbers in your account. Let's witness. Take part in this crypto revolution together and build our own wealth stories. See you next time.